Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing on this beautiful day? I hope something really good happens to you today because you deserve it. You got to believe that. Okay, so on today's episode of Chiquis and Chill, I want to talk about detoxing. I know there might be mixed feelings about how effective it is, and even though I am not a doctor, I wanted to hop on here and share my experience with you guys because it's really changed my life. Detoxing refers to the process of eliminating toxins or waste products that have accumulated in the body. The idea is to give your organs, particularly your liver, kidneys, and digestive system a chance to rest, reset, and rejuvenate. Okay, so I learned about detoxing in my early 20s. I was doing detoxing way back then. I would do the box detoxes. So usually like a liver detox, a gut detox, and they were pills and you just had to drink a bunch of water and take them with food and not eat certain foods. I felt that it worked, but as I've gotten older, as I've done more research, and I've tried so many different detoxes, guys, and we're going to talk about it here. So many different cleanses and fad diets and all that stuff. And I'll tell you which ones worked and which ones didn't work for me because every body is different, okay? Every body, literally, everyone's body is different. So with that being said, those did work for me, but there were just too many pills and it wasn't a right fit. So lately, I have been doing this cleanse to detox my body. I like to do it once or twice a year. And if not just once, I've talked about doing detoxes and fasts of like no drinking and, no red meat, et cetera, et cetera. And for the month of February, I did do that. I gave up soda because I hadn't been drinking soda for a long time. Emilio loves soda. So because of him, and I'm not blaming him, but it's the truth, he drinks soda. I started drinking it again. And it just wasn't making me feel good. So I left soda, I left red meat, and also coffee. And I haven't had it since, okay? And then I went to go see a doctor, a holistic doctor, and she put me on this new lifestyle. And especially because I have thyroid issues, and right now, we're working on getting my body prepared for pregnancy. She just said, I see a lot of gut issues and also your thyroid. Without her even checking my blood, guys, she just checked my tongue and my pulse and her intuition, I guess. I don't know. I guess you can tell a lot by looking at someone's tongue. So we got to talking and I told her what I usually eat. And well, right now she has me on no dairy, which was very hard because I am Mexican and I love cheese, queso fresco. I love quesadillas. I love enchiladas and everything. A lot of our plates, as you guys may know, a lot of Latinos, Mexicans out there, I love cheese. I love raw cheese. I would just cut cheese and just eat it like that. Not raw cheese, but you know what I mean? Like not cooked cheese. Anywho, so no dairy, no gluten, guys. And you know what? I thought that was going to be harder, but it hasn't been that hard. I went to the store, I went to Whole Foods, and I found a bunch of stuff that are gluten-free. Breads and, waffles. I was eating a waffle with a little bit of syrup before going to work out, especially on leg days. So now I have gluten-free waffles and they're really, really good. My sister Jenica made me some gluten-free cookies the other day. I loved them. So I'm like, okay, I can do this non-gluten lifestyle because gluten and even wheat, guys, I hear is not that great for the body, or at least not my body. And I'm not going to lie, for the past 7 days, my digestive system, I feel like it's faster. I'm getting hungry. I'm going to the restroom more. So it's really doing its thing. Also, she took me off of peanut butters, cashew butter, almond butter. Apparently, it's really bad for your gut health. And it wasn't helping me with my digestive system. So she took me off of peanut butter and I love peanut butter, but it hasn't been that hard. I'm like, okay, it's okay. I'll just have a little bit of jelly, less sugar jelly. And I've been doing that and it's been working really well. Another thing, guys, I did not know this. This blew my mind. Okay, so I drink a tea. I love tea in the morning, either green tea or this tea by Yogi. It's positive energy tea. And the positive energy tea is amazing. But apparently it has stevia leaf. And stevia leaf, this is what the doctor told me. The holistic doctor that I went to go see. She said, stay away from stevia, little stevia packets, like it's another substitute for sugar. Some studies suggest that stevia could potentially have mild hormonal effects. Y'all look it up. I love stevia, but I'm personally staying away from it. Even black tea is not good for the digestive system, according to this doctor. I've stopped it. I feel great. So right now, the sweetener I'm using to sweeten my tea is just agave, organic agave. That's another thing. She told me try to buy organic as much as you can, organic poultry, organic veggies, fruits. I know it can be expensive, so just pick and choose. I would probably say if you have to pick and choose between veggies and poultry, I'd probably do organic poultry if possible. She told me try to do organic as much as possible. And I'm also using this spray that I found at Whole Foods, you guys. It's like this vinegar spray to like spray your fruits and vegetables before you eat them. And you rinse them. After you spray them, you rinse them. And I don't know, it just makes me feel better. So that's another little suggestion. I've been doing all this stuff because I'm like, you guys, I want to be super healthy. I want to feel great. Anywho, and I wanted to share this with you guys because it's important. I think it's important. If you look it up, it does say that we should be detoxing our body at least once a year, if not up to 3 times a year. So it's good to just like reset your body because our organs, they're overworked with a lot of the processed foods, a lot of the things that are in our food now. So that's another thing. No packaged food, as little as possible. No fried foods at all. I'm also starting to, instead of olive oil with some of my food, I'm cooking with ghee butter. It has a very strong taste, but I'm loving it for the veggies and even with some of my meats. So that's another thing. So just basically more whole foods, more hot tea, less coffee, and no cold water, you guys. That for me, out of everything, I think has been the most difficult. And I learned this when I went to China. When I went to China for 3 years to go, make my mom's perfume and develop my mom's perfume, should I say, they don't drink anything cold. They don't eat any salads. And I had her explain it to me. And I remembered this and I was doing it for a long time. But again, that was very Janae. That was like in 2008, 9. For the past 10 years, I feel like I had been focusing so much on Chiquis. I was on the go. I was just kind of like, okay, whatever's easiest. Like, I knew my intuition would tell me, that this isn't good for you, but I was just kind of ignoring it. So right now I feel like I'm super in tune. So I'm like, it's all coming back to me. So when she said that, I was like, damn it. Like I love carrying my little Stanley cup everywhere with cold water, but it's really bad, especially when we're eating. So it's like everything should be room temperature because in your tummy, everything should be warm so it flows, so it doesn't slow down your organs, so it doesn't slow down your metabolism. And it's kind of like if you've seen a pozole, for instance, it's super hot, right? And you don't see any of the fat, right? Until it gets cold and then all the fat kind of rises to the top of the soup. That's what happens in our stomach. It like se cuaja is a word. I don't know how to say it in English, but it hardens. So when she put that in there, she's like, it's kind of like putting water in a hot pan. Like it sizzles. It does that in your tummy. So I feel like I'm going to the restroom a lot more. So I'm really happy to tell you guys that. And I want to talk to you guys about different cleanses, okay? Because I have done different cleanses in the past and they work. I have always been, I've suffered with my weight my entire life. The yo-yo dieting. And I think it has a lot to do with these things, these fads that I would do that helped me in the moment. They were instant gratification, but I also was young and I didn't understand and I just wanted it something quick and I wouldn't take care of my body or what I had to do after the cleanse. I would just gain weight and sometimes even more. So just be really careful. Again, I'm not a doctor, you guys. These are just things that I'm sharing that you can look up and you should do your research because that's how we learn. Okay, here we go. So you guys have heard of the juice detoxes, green juices. There's all kinds now, anywhere from 3 to 7 days. I tried it. It worked, but it was very, very difficult. I have learned that I like to chew. I want to chew, and that's what makes my brain feel like, okay, you're eating. Even if it's a little bit, even if it's not the best tasting food, as long as I'm chewing, that's what works for me. Some people can do the juicing. I have a friend that did 7 days and she felt amazing. For me, I was just upset. I was irritable. It just didn't work for me. But they're great because you're still getting nutrients with the veggies and fruits that are in these juices, but you can't eat anything. It's just water in these juices. So that was very difficult for me. Another one is IF, which is fasting, intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is amazing. Beautiful benefits, you guys. Look it up. I did it for a long time and I'm starting to implement it little by little right now with what I'm doing. It has great benefits. Some people go 24 hours without eating. I don't suggest that unless that's what you want to do, unless you can handle it. But I've gone as long as 18 hours without eating. And I just have this crazy mental clarity. It's great. So, all you can do or eat when you wake up, for instance, my whole thing was I would wake up at 7 in the morning. I would have a hot tea or coffee back then with absolutely no sweetener, nothing. It had to be just like that. The coffee had to be black, the tea had to be without any sweetener. And then after that, just water until you can eat. So I would eat around 12 and I would only eat from 12 to 6. And then at 6 p.m., I wouldn't eat until the next morning. So it worked. I liked it. But then I have a lot of meetings and, with Emilio too, we like to kind of eat late. Now I'm getting better. I'm having strawberries at night instead of chocolate. Okay, be proud. Oh my gosh. My new favorite snack has been strawberries with agave. Oh my gosh. Riquísimo. And it takes away that craving because I told the doctor, I was like, I have a sweet tooth and it's only with chocolate. I just need something at night. So I've been doing that. Okay, another one is the cabbage soup diet. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the cabbage soup detox. I did it, and all you can eat is this cabbage soup. So it's basically a veggie soup, mainly cabbage, because cabbage is great for like detoxing and the whole thing. I mean, I won't get into that. You guys have to look it up yourself. But I did that, and it was better because I was able to chew and but then after 7 days, I was kind of over it, but I did lose weight. I did feel great. These kind of cleanses or detoxes are good when you just want to reboot your body. Again, when I did these, I was younger. So I just wanted to fast, like I want to lose 15, 20 pounds. And I would do this. And then I wouldn't eat healthy. You know what I mean? I wasn't eating that healthy. So no me sirvió para nada. It didn't work long term because I didn't do what I needed to do, like the follow up. Another one I did was the lemonade detox. Beyonce was on this. Okay. And it consists of syrup and lemon and water, and this is all you can drink. 3 to 7 days. I did 4. I was like, I cannot. It was good. It was actually it was very good. You could have it warm. You could have it room temperature. You can have it cold. But this is the only thing that you can have all day long. And the benefits for your skin looks amazing. You feel great mentally in every way. But it was too difficult. Again, that chewing aspect of doing cleanses is important to me. But these are ones that have worked for me, but you have to do the follow-up. And I've done the lemonade diet, for instance, or detox. I've done it before red carpet. Like when I need to lose 5 pounds to fit into my dress, I'll do one of these, the juices or the intermittent fasting, especially the lemonade one, because I feel like it just gives you a glow. So look into those guys. They definitely do work. Again, make sure that you guys are healthy enough because there are certain restrictions. If you have certain health problems, you should not do some of these. I personally like what I'm doing right now. It's just more of like a lifestyle. Like I really want to stay away from dairy. I know there's a lot of dairy lovers. I'm not saying that don't eat dairy, but I'm personally going to stay away from it because that's one thing that she told me for my thyroid, for my hormones. A lot of, the dairy products have a lot of antibiotics, have a lot of preservatives, and we're ingesting that and it doesn't really help us and it really imbalances our hormone levels. So you got to be careful with that. Of course, acne and skin issues with dairy. So that's another thing. Increased mucus. I would always wake up with like sinus issues and just stuffy nose, and it has to do, I guess, with the dairy. I don't really have just like cow milk, but it was the cheese for me, you guys. Oh my gosh. So since I've left cheese, I feel better. I'm hoping it helps. And obviously también inflammation in the body and the digestive health with cheese. So anyways, I mean, look into that. Personally, I'm feeling a lot better. And I think it's good to at least give your body a break. If you don't want to leave cheese forever, again, during your detox, for 10 days. They said to do the type of detox I'm doing right now, they're saying that it's good to do for 10 days. So maybe do it for 10 days everything that I've mentioned and see how you feel. And then you decide, okay, I'm going to eat less cheese or less gluten, or I'm going to take it out of my diet forever. Whatever it is that your body's telling you. Another great thing to do, guys, is a parasite cleanse. They have different brands. There's different brands. You can go ahead and Google one. I think the one I have used is called Paragard, if I'm not mistaken. They're drops that you put in water and you drink morning and night. But everyone in your household, anyone that you share a toilet with, everyone needs to do it in the household. Anyone that you shared a toilet with. So a parasite cleanse is great. Para las lombrices. So those are what parasites are. I thought they were two different things, but I guess they're the same thing. But we have them in our tummy. And you guys, when you do this, I think it's about 7 days, you see the little worms in your poop. Like TMI, I know. But I'm the type of person that I like to see what I release. So I'm the one that looks. I'll look. So try a parasite cleanse, because if you eat a lot of sushi like moi, I love sushi, I love raw fish, I love sashimi, I love nigiri. I am a sushi fanatic. I love Asian food, guys. It is important to do a parasite cleanse. Look into it. These are all things that I'm just suggesting, you guys, that I have tried that have worked for me. I'm sure you guys saw on my social media, I would post for a long time and they'd made fun of me all over social media and on the TV, mi agua de limon. I shared it and it was really working. They're like, oh, she's saying that she's losing weight, but she looks the same and she's still, fat. Like, people were so mean. But you guys, it's great. It's great to drink warm water with a lemon in the morning on an empty stomach. Amazing for you. So many different benefits. I've talked to you guys about this before. It has vitamin C. It helps with your digestive system. It gives you a glow. It's great for your skin. It's great. So that's another way of detoxing your body daily. These are just suggestions again. And I keep saying this, guys, because I don't want you guys like, I tried this and Chiquis said this. These are just things that have worked for me. These are things that I have tried. Certain things didn't. So the point here is to cleanse your body if you want. I'm suggesting with all of my heart, and I truly believe it, that we need to detox our bodies and let our organs rest and regenerate and recalibrate. That's the whole motto this year. So I wanted to share it because I am loving the way that I'm feeling this time around with like the no gluten, the no dairy, everything that I'm doing that I mentioned in the beginning of the podcast, that I don't know if I want to make that part of like my diet and my lifestyle at this point. Although I do think it is important to have balance. So I'm not saying that I'm never going to have, red meat again, or I'm never going to have cheese, or maybe taste Emilio soda when we're out. Indulging here and there is important, because if you restrict yourself too much, I feel like you're not living. And I want to live and I still want to enjoy. I know a lot of people say, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. But I do want to be here for a long time. And I do want to be here for a good time. So that's why I need to find the balance and just say, okay, today or maybe once a month, I'm going to go ahead and enjoy that ice cream, because I love ice cream. That's one thing I love. And I found some almond ice cream and it's been great, but of course it tastes different. So once in a while, I'm going to go ahead and have some ice cream, and I'm going to have a burger because I love In-N-Out. It's not like you can't enjoy for the rest of your life, because you should be able to. This is a life that we are meant to enjoy. So I think for the most part, I want to say maybe 80% of my life, I'm going to try my best to be gluten-free and dairy-free and these good things that are making my body feel amazing. And then, the other 20% throughout my life, I'm going to enjoy. And I'll have a little copita de vino, because right now I'm not having any alcohol, guys. I'm also detoxing. I did it cold turkey. I went all in. I said, okay, today, boom, no alcohol. No, I'm not doing it. And I don't know. I don't know for how long this is going to be. Usually it's like, okay, for 40 days, I'm not drinking. But right now, I'm not craving it. I don't know if it's because the spiritual things that I'm doing. I don't know. But maybe tomorrow will be different and I'll have a little bit. I have no idea. But I do want to stay away from alcohol, because I was reading a book and I read how alcohol is poison for our body, and for our mind, for our brain. And I don't want to get too much into that. I want to get someone on here on the pod. I want someone, an expert, to explain it to us, because I have more questions as well. But that's kind of what I'm doing. And again, if you're going to do these detoxes, guys, whatever one works for you, whatever one you want to try that I mentioned, just make sure that you ease your way back in to a healthy lifestyle, because it could cause more bad than good if you don't ease your way into it, if you don't commit yourself to having a healthier diet. So that's my biggest suggestion. I've been there. I wanted the fast pill that's going to make me lose weight and this and that. And we have to switch our mind first and foremost to, I want to feel good. Yes, I want to look good. Yes, I want to lose weight, but that should be secondary. The primary feelings that you should want is feeling good and having more energy and having more mental clarity, So just think about that when you choose the detox or the cleanse that you want to try. But let me know. I am very curious to see if you do decide to do one of them, because the way that you feel, and I swear to you, it kind of gives me the effects, you guys, what I'm doing right now and the cleanse that I'm doing, it gives me the effect of like what shrooms makes me feel. When I've done my microdosing, I feel like the colors in life are just brighter, and the trees and the sky is bluer, and maybe it's just me, but I feel really good. So I want this for you guys, which is the main reason why I wanted to share and make these suggestions and let you guys know what I've tried before so that you could see what works for you and so that you could feel great. Because what I want more than anything, especially what I do and share on this podcast, is for you guys to feel your best. I want you to feel your best. I want you to radiate. I want you to be happy. And when we take care of our body and we love our body because it does so much for us, you just, I don't know, I feel like your body just says thank you in so many different ways, and it gives back. And another thing is blessing even your water. You don't have to do this, but this is something that I've been doing. It's like every time before, I'm about to drink my water. Not every time I drink it, but when I serve my water in my cup, I'm like, thank you, God, for this water. Thank you, Earth, for this water, for providing it. I pray for it. I pray over my food. It just feels better. And I feel like my body takes it in a lot better and takes the nutrients. It could just be me, but it's another little suggestion. Hopefully this resonated with some of you, and let me know again if it works for you and if you try a cleanse and a detox, or a detox, should I say. But that's it. That's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for listening to me rant. I'm very passionate about this subject right now. So maybe later on we can have an expert and someone that can explain it to us thoroughly. And if you guys have any questions, you can go ahead and leave them on Dear Chiquis, so that way, if we do get an expert and you have any questions, something I didn't touch on, any doubt that you may have, any concern, please leave it and we will do our best to answer it. If I can't, we'll have someone to answer it for you. Okay? I love you guys. I appreciate you. I'm sending you love and light. Radiate love in this world, guys. I love you guys. Besitos. Hasta la próxima. This is a production of iHeartRadio and the My Cultura Podcast Network. Follow us on Instagram at My Cultura Podcast and follow me, Chiquis, that's CHIQUIS. For more podcasts from iHeart, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, and check us out on YouTube.